Is there anything that we, as Halton residents, I think oftentimes maybe we tell ourselves it's happening over there, it's not here, or we don't have any connection. And I don't necessarily believe that, but I'm wondering from your lens, what is it that we need to know about what's happening in Iran that we don't necessarily understand, and how might that support how we can get involved, how we can use our voice to support justice being, getting justice for people who are being persecuted and more in Iran.
Thanks for bringing that up, Leena. So I've been, it's been a very difficult time for all Iranians, including myself, since September 15th, when Mahsa Jina Amini was killed by in the custody of the morality police, which I like to call the mortality police, because that's really more what they are in Iran. And I think that over these months of, advocating for the women in Iran, and then the revolution in Iran, and minorities in Iran, it's been very difficult, because it's been difficult to know what it is that we're doing that is having an effect in Iran. Because as you may be aware, the Islamic Republic government now has up to 20,000 protesters in jail, many of them children. They execute Kurds, so people of the Kurdish minority and the Baluch minority. They execute them daily. The advocacy for the Kurds and Baluch people has always been, unfortunately, very weak. And it's they execute and persecute the Kurds, and have done so with impunity, and the Baluch people. And so, and then not to mention, bludgeoning women and girls to death in the streets, and just the horrifying images that are coming out of Iran that make it appear, Margaret Atwood, when she wrote Handmaid's Tale, used post-revolutionary Iran as her inspiration for that book. I don't know if many people know that. Go Margaret Atwood if you're watching. Mm-hmm. But I think that a lot of people are now watching Handmaid's Tale on because it's now come out on Netflix, and I think people have a hard time connecting that that's a reality in a country of 8 million people. And I think one of the things that's important is everyone knows someone who's Persian or Iranian. Everyone knows, everyone has I have a friend, when you talk to somebody, oh, right, I have a Persian friend. Oh, I have it. And I think one of the things that you need to know is that if I had been living in Iran, if you're my friend, right, had I not left, I could possibly be either dead or in jail being raped, or, on the run, or been in jail and been out of jail, been in jail and been out of jail. So when you think of your Persian friends, just think that had they not been here, they may not be there, drinking coffee with you, or I might not have been here sitting with you. And I think that's a really important thing to do. And I think it's very important to take this conflict out of the political, take the revolution out of the political, right? This is not a political story. This is a human story. Yes. And I'm going to say something very controversial. It's not through politics that we are going to find salvation here, right? It's never been through politics. Politics is always the last kind of like stamp on an event or something that's already happened, right? So what I think is really important for people, local people who are not Iranians and who are watching this, take it out of the political. Don't think to yourself, I have a lot of friends who are Muslim, and they don't know how to feel because there's always this kind of pressure to have solidarity with other governments or other countries that are the same as you. So that sameness. But in Iran, it becomes very confusing because, the Kurdish people are Sunni Muslim and the Baluch people are Sunni Muslim, and the Islamic Republic of Iran is pushing an agenda that they call Shia Islam, but it has nothing to do with God, right? It becomes very confusing if you want to make it political, right?
Yes.
If you want to make it something, with whom should we now have solidarity because we're this or we're that religion or we're this religion, so we should have solidarity with this people. No, we're Orthodox, so we should have solidarity with Putin. It doesn't work that way. That's not the world we live in. Right. And I think that's a very important thing. People need to sit down and say, it doesn't matter that I'm Orthodox. It doesn't matter that I'm Muslim. It doesn't matter that I'm whatever I am. It matters what the truth is. What is the truth? Let me investigate for myself the truth of this situation.